What's up, y'all? Part 4. I think we part 4. If I'm wrong, so what? So, I told y'all in this part we was going to be talking about Bay Area Turning Point. Bum, 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 bum. Listen. I'm on the bus stop because y'all know Star Hope done put my black ass out. Okay, Star Hope's like, bitch, we don't give a fuck about you, bitch. You got to go out of her. Okay, we don't like you. We don't like the way you move. We don't like the fact, whatever. Okay, whatever. But you got to go. We ain't helping you. Okay, they was like, no, we not helping you. So y'all, I was calling everywhere. A girl heard me and she was like, hey, mama. She told me about Bay Area Turning Point. She was like, are you in any domestic violence? Like, why did you come here? And I was like, because, girl, basically everything fell apart. My ex kidnapped my daughter. He wasn't giving her back. I was trying to fight it. Cause, like, I just kind of gave her, like, a quick run. And she was like, okay, so that's domestic violence. So she was like, I was like, I don't really think, I said, it's kind of like family violence. But this is when I realized that domestic violence and family violence is the same thing. People need to look up definitions. What does domestic mean? It is anything that has anything to do with their family. Okay? So, but me being the honest Abe, who I am, I really just didn't want to do it. But she was right. This was a domestic violence. He had been emotionally abusing me and using my daughter as bait. So I get there. I go through the hotel program. Okay. I didn't understand why, because it's a 7-day hotel program, five to 7 day hotel program. I didn't understand why y'all, I was doing my hair in the last part, but I'm done with it. I just needed to fix that part. I'm not curling it. I will do all of that, roll it up before I go to bed. But anywho, basically, the program was 2 parts. So you go to the hotel, okay, and that is to make sure that you are safe, right? You can get away, okay, when you are in immediate danger. And I really was in immediate danger because I was outside and anything could have happened to me, okay? My ex was acting like he knew where I was at. Like, I didn't know what he had going on. And he had been stalking me. It just had been a lot. So, it's time for me to leave the hotel. But it's like I had the request to go to the shelter, which was fine. So I'm like, yeah, I need somewhere to go. So I end up going to the shelter. The intake portion is very abrasive. Okay, it was just like all the stuff that I had to just talk about, and I just didn't understand it. Like, I'm just walking in here, like, come on, you feel me? Like, this is, and I told y'all all of this over the phone. So it's like now that I got to come back in here and do all of this, and then it's like it was almost like she was acting like she didn't believe me or something. It was just really, really weird. I was really getting like, that's the vibes that I was getting. But at the same time, like I told you, I had just went through all of that shit with the Star Hope. So I'm thinking like in my head, like maybe you just tripping. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes that happens. We be so used to getting abused and stuff like that. Sometimes we can assume that people are doing things to us. That we can put things on people that is not what they doing. Okay? So we got to be mindful of that. And I'm one of them people who is very mindful of that. Because I am a firm believer, what Miss Tabitha said, just because your day is not going well, don't go messing up nobody else's. Okay? You don't do that. You don't get to mess up other people's day because your day is not going good. So, y'all, The shelter was terrible. It was never enough food. Okay? So I was there from April to June. Not until my last month there was they actually making sure that we was able to get a second portion if we needed to. It was never enough food. Other than the fact that he was always flirting with somebody, which, you know, you let that be what it is. But, yeah. Then, okay, then you got the monitors letting kids, they got kids all in the office. So when you have to go and say any of your business, or if you go in into the booth, which is secluded for a reason, or you call in, these people and kids, whoever they friends with, so whoever that monitor is friends with, whether it be a child or whether it be adults, they sharing, they was telling people my business. It was just, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm reporting it. I'm asking to speak to the director. I'm speaking to the manager. I'm asking to speak to the supervisor of the shelter. Like, because I'm trying to figure out what is going on, y'all. I got people attacking like the women in the shelter. Now, man, job, same thing at the Star Hope. I'm focused on my business. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of her. I'm trying to utilize every resource. They wouldn't give me bus passes. They was basically like any resource that they were supposed to have was not available. So I'm like, just trying to get through. One night, I end up watching, because I watch these criminal shows, y'all, all the time. Like, I love criminal shows. So I watch these criminal shows, and it was about how a woman had found a camera in her fire detector. And some of the things that they were saying that she had noticed with the fire detector to make her think like something is wrong with this fire detector, I started looking into. Just being nosy, you know, I ain't have too much to do. Like I said, I was trying to work, but they was denying my transportation request. Whenever I had job interviews, they said they didn't do that, but they was taking people to go donate plasma. Never understood that. How y'all taking people to go donate plasma, but y'all can't make sure that I get to an interview so I can get a job so I can get the fuck up out of her? I never understood that. But okay. So, of course, I'm bored. So now I'm looking into it. Come to find out, y'all, I had cameras not only in my room, which was a private room. I did not share a room. It was not in a big dorm. I was told that I was not being video recorded in my private space. There was also a camera in the bathroom. Now, I have proof of this. I had actually posted it on YouTube, but I still have the video of me testing and taking down the camera. I also still have the police report card, the little slip that they give you down here in Houston, stating that I made a police report that they never called and followed up on either. And when I tried to follow up, they didn't know what was going on. Okay? So if y'all ever see me masturbating somewhere, all right, then just know I never gave them permission to do that. I never gave them permission to record me. And y'all, unfortunately, because I have suffered from sexual abuse since before I was 1 year old, okay? And what they would do was they would put it in my milk. And this went on so I was like 5, okay? They would put like a sleeping aid in my milk. And I love milk. So they would put strawberry or chocolate in it. And they'll put this sleeping aid. So subconsciously, my psyche, what has happened is it associates masturbation, me touching myself, with sleep. So I have to masturbate in order to go to sleep unless I just am dead tired and just pass out. But if I'm just like a regular day which, you know, I take vitamins and stuff, so I usually have a normal amount of energy, I gotta masturbate before I go to sleep. So, y'all, I'm still praying to this day because I have never gave anybody permission to record me doing a sexual act. I don't send nude pictures. I don't send, like my baby daddies can tell you, they ain't never got a nude picture. Ain't a man can say that I've been sending nude pictures to him. Okay? Now, I did have a boyfriend who was in college, and it was kind of nude because it was like one of them. But I did that shit once, and that was it. And he had been solid enough throughout all of these years to, you know, that shit never came out. But other than that, like, no, I don't do it. I don't get down like that because I know I got kids, and I never ever want especially my son, to ever come across no shit like that, because he don't need to see his mama like that. Okay? So I left, y'all. That next morning, y'all, I ain't tell them a motherfucking thing because I was so scared. Because if y'all can do some shit like that, then, because why would y'all be having these, like, I couldn't understand, why would y'all be having these in the room and in the bathroom? I didn't get it. Like, what else? So if y'all record motherfuckers while they in their rooms and they in the bathroom, then I don't know who the fuck is doing this. These got to be some powerful ass people. So that's why I ran. Y'all, I went all the way to the news station just to call the police because I was so scared. Because I'm like, if they do something to me, then at least the news is going to catch it. Y'all not about to be fucking me up, okay, without proof. My kids is going to know. Y'all ain't going to just have me a motherfucking missing person. Hell no, y'all. That's why I keep all my proof. That's why I wish Bay Area Turning Point would try to say anything about the fact that they are a pathetic ass establishment, okay? They are pathetic. And whoever is donating does not need to donate to them people. That whole program needs to be revamped. And no, they are not a God-based or faith-based organization. They are not. But philanthropy is philanthropy. And we are expecting, as the community, okay, and as paying tax citizens who agree that organizations should have tax write-offs, okay, when they are helping people in the community. I am one of those people. And I say that Bay Area Turning Point needs to be closed. The shit needs to be shut down. I was harassed, physically, emotionally, mentally abused. It was just too much. It was way, way, way too much. The same girl that, like, threatened me and, like, did all of this shit to me, they made her go. They made her leave and then let her come back out for her to do the same shit to me. The whole shit is a scam. It's a fraud. And if I ever find out, I'm going to sue y'all. When I tell y'all I'm going to sue y'all, motherfucker, if anybody ever comes to me, I don't give a fuck if it's 20 years from now. If I ever see myself on any type of anything, I promise you, Bay Area Turning Point, that y'all will not ever hear the last of it. Okay? So, that kind of sums it up for them. The whole experience was terrible. I never got counseling. I was requesting it. Like I said, I was there from April to June. I had been requesting counseling. Never got counseling. I did participate in the open groups because that was the closest to counseling that I could get. Never got transportation to be able to help me get a job. They said that they didn't have any of those resources to be able to help me with those sorts of things. But what did end up coming out of it is that I ended up getting an emergency voucher. But that didn't come from them. That came from Houston Housing Authority. But I did end up getting granted an emergency housing voucher, which ended up allowing me this home that I'm in now. But we gonna get to Section 8 Housing Authority as well, because I'm not understanding what's going on. We got to do better, people. This shit has gotten out of hand. Like, we cannot say that we're helping people if we're not. Like, come on. Like, get another job or something. Like, I don't know. Make it make sense to yourself. Say to self, if this was me, would I want somebody to treat me like this? And if you say no, then damn it, change the way you treating people. Because whatever you do comes back on you. Whatever you do comes back on you. I don't care how. Even if it's through your children. Understand, you will sow what you will reap, what you have sown. Or your children will reap what you have sown. And don't that make you feel like a little bit like, damn. Because God forbid that your children have to pay for your mistakes because you've been fucking over families and misusing funds and doing all type of lying to the community and lying, trying to make it seem like that you are here to help when you only hurting. And I know I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not. So many women left. So many women was like, man, I'm out of here. They ain't even stay. All the cool ones was gone. They came and left. But see, I wasn't there just to be there. I really needed the help. I really needed the counseling. I really needed that domestic violence program. Maybe it was just me. But that's my experience. And that's my real review. Love y'all. Stay tuned. I don't know who's next. Oh, yes, I do. Because I went from Bay Area to outside. So I'm going to tell y'all how my outside experience was. And how I ended up meeting Mr. Greg from the Homeless Depot. Love y'all. Holla at y'all.